Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Judean's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another video for the Rick Grimes Walking Dead spin-off series coming out in 2023. We're going to discuss a major topic going around right now, which is the question, will we see a reunion between Rick and Morgan in the Rick Grimes spin-off at some point? Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another discussion topic video. This one is for the Rick Grimes Walking Dead spin-off series. You guys have been talking about this one a lot, and there's been a few different comments from a few different people that were asking this question. So I figured, I was like, you know what, let's just kind of make a full video on it, because I kind of want to elaborate on this one a little bit anyway, and I kind of want to talk about this reunion and the potential of this happening at all. So what we're talking about is a reunion between Rick and Morgan. Now, the reason why we bring this one up is because obviously the main Walking Dead is over. We've seen Rick and Michonne. We've seen, Rick captured and get recaptured after, trying to escape and stuff. And we know full well, I mean, it's not really a spoiler at this point. We kind of already know, like, Michonne's gonna find Rick. Like, Denai Guerrero already said it at Comic-Con. She's gonna find Rick. It's not even an if at this point. It's just a matter of when. But, everybody's focusing on that reunion and everybody's waiting to see that. And a lot of people also want to see, what happens when Daryl finds Rick again, which I also think we're going to see that as well, too. Obviously, I can't wait to see the reunion between Rick and Daryl, because that's probably my most hyped reunion. Like, Rick and Morgan aside for a minute, my most hyped reunion for Rick to have is actually not with Michonne. For me personally, it's with Daryl, because the way they left things, like in 904, and he's like, hey, be safe, and just that scene, the way the actors played it off, and, especially when Rick blew himself up on the bridge and you saw the look on Daryl's face, and not to mention, like, the 6 years he spent out there looking for Rick and trying to track him down, that is easily the most hyped reunion, I would say, for Rick to have, is, yeah, I'm excited for him to find his family, I'm excited for him to find Michonne, but I would say the most hyped reunion is with Daryl, without a doubt. But, another reunion that a lot of people are talking about, and it's a very big question right now, is, will Rick find Morgan? Or will, I guess, the other way, will Morgan find Rick? So, this is definitely a question that is a little bit more tricky to answer, because obviously we do have the unfortunate burden of Fear the Walking Dead with us. And if you guys don't know, if maybe some of you guys don't know, what's going on with Fear the Walking Dead, they are several years behind where the Walking Dead timeline is. Now, I'm not too good with timelines. I'm not going to act like I am, but, Fear the Walking Dead is, I'll say, it's many, many years before where the Walking Dead is right now, because obviously Walking Dead did the big time jump with older Judith and stuff like that, like in 905 and stuff, and Fear the Walking Dead never did anything like that. The most they skipped was like a few months, you know what I mean? So Fear the Walking Dead definitely has not had that many time jumps. They haven't had that many time skips, and as a result, they're way behind when it comes to the timeline. Now, the big reason I think a lot of people are bringing this up is that for it to even be a potential that Morgan sees Rick again is because of the brand new photo that was released for Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 floating around, where you do see Morgan in, like normal clothes, no radiation outfit, and if the photo is what we think it is, it could very well be an older version of Mo. And if I'm looking at this kid, I'm thinking to myself, like, that's at least like a 4 or 5-year-old kid, right? So in that case, are they doing a big time jump to link up to the Walking Dead universe? It's very likely, And I think that would definitely be very interesting. The thing is with Fear the Walking Dead currently right now where we left things off, they kind of ended on a cliffhanger with Padre. Now, again, as much as I don't care about Padre, they can't just skip, a storyline and go over it. So they got to do it where it makes sense and, it makes sense of the story. So are they going to skip, 6 years? Are they going to skip like a good 5-6 years to link up to where the Walking Dead is? I think they might, to be honest, because that little kid definitely seems like a older Mo to me, at least. I don't think the time skip will be right away in Season 8. I feel like it might be, like, later on. But I could see it at some point in the first half or maybe in the second half or something. They do have a major time jump, and they do sync things up. Because Fear the Walking Dead can't stay, like, 5-6 years, like, 7 years behind The Walking Dead forever, right? They can't do that. And as much as Fear the Walking Dead is disjointed from everything else, you know what I I mean? Because a lot of things are very connected. It feels like Fear the Walking Dead is kind of like that one show that has barely any connections right now, at least unless Padre is like something CRM related, which at this point I really doubt it is. But if that picture for season 8 is correct, and that is older Mo, then they are definitely trying to link up the timelines. So does that open up any kind of possibilities for Morgan finding Rick, you know? And I think, honestly, that would be the most incredible thing, is if Morgan was there to help Rick get out. I think that would be really, really good. Because I just love the idea of, like, you know, Morgan, he kind of saves Rick's life, and then Rick goes on to go find his family. Well, maybe that actually happens again. You know, maybe Morgan does save Rick's life again, and, you know, they go off to find, you know, Rick's family. You know, I mean, I think that would be really, really good. And here's the one thing I'll say. I think that Morgan, if he did run into Rick, and if we did see a reunion like that, and I hate to say it because I know a lot of people are going to really hate me for this, but I would not be surprised if Morgan was in the Rick show and we actually saw Morgan help Rick get out. I wouldn't be surprised at all, guys, if Morgan sacrificed himself so Rick could get out. I wouldn't be, and I actually wouldn't even be mad either, you know, because that would be a good send-off for Morgan. Because I am also thinking about this from a realistic standpoint as well, too. I could see a scenario where Morgan dies trying to help Rick get out, and ultimately Rick gets out, but it's because Morgan makes that sacrifice, you know, because, I don't know. I could definitely see them doing something like that. I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off for me saying that, but I don't know. I could see it. You know, they do it right. I wouldn't mind it. Or maybe, you know, maybe ultimately, no, it's just, you know, he survives, he helps Rick get out, and they both survive. That'd be good too. But at the same time, we also got to remember what show we're watching here, guys. You know, we're watching The Walking Dead, and they've been very shy on character deaths in the main show. But now that it's not Angela Kang running this show, it's Scott Gimple, and Scott Gimple does kill off a lot of characters. You know what I mean? Like, I could see it. I could definitely see it. But the question is Fear the Walking Dead lining up to end? Because right now it doesn't feel like it. You know, like, they had rumors that season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead would be the last season, but all of a sudden now it's like they're acting like that's not the case. But it also appears like they're doing this big time jump. So is season 9 the last season? Is it just like the wrong season number? Is it season 9 the last season? I don't know. But either way, I feel like Morgan and Rick will see each other again. I do. To simply answer the question, I think they will see each other again, and I think Morgan actually may have an impact on how Rick gets out. I'm not even joking. I could actually see a situation where Morgan does have an impact on how Rick gets out, which I think would be really cool, you know, because we have to see them have a reunion together. You know, we can't end Fear the Walking Dead with Morgan and the crew and all of them just living happily ever after, and he never sees Rick again, and he never does anything, you know, and here's the thing as well, too. I do know and I do remember a few years ago, Lenny James was asked in an interview, what would Morgan do if he found out that Rick was captured by CRM and if he was in the situation he's in? And Lenny James even said, he was like, yeah, he would go after him, you know? So maybe that's the end of Fear the Walking Dead, is Morgan going after Rick, Morgan trying to find Rick, you know? I could definitely see it. And I know what a lot of people are going to say. A lot of people are going to say, well, Dan, Fear the Walking Dead ending with Morgan trying to find Rick isn't really a proper ending to the Fear the Walking Dead story. Guys, I hate to burst your bubble. Fear the Walking Dead is already screwed. If you're looking for a coming full circle to the Dave Erickson Fear, you're not going to get it, okay? You know, you're not going to get it. So how about you at least have Morgan go off to find Rick at the end of Fear? So at least you've got something there, you know? At least you've got something to work with, you know? You're not going to get this big Clark family is the whatever. Like, we're not going to get that. It's just not what's going to happen. So at least have it be to where Fear the Walking Dead ends in a way where it matters and it's set up for him to enter the Rick show, you know? I think that would be incredible. And if this was my idea, I would say screw Fear, end it with season 8, end the show with Morgan going to find Rick, and then in the fall, in the first season of the Rick show, or hell, let's say it gets a second season or something, bring Morgan in and have him be a part of the Rick show, you know? I think that would be absolutely incredible. You know, I would love to see Rick's reaction to Morgan being a father again, you know, and to have Morgan help Rick try to find his family. Maybe this time he helps him, you know. I mean, there's a lot of things there you can do, and writing-wise, I think it's a huge missed opportunity if he doesn't find Rick again. So, anyway, I'm going to leave the video here. Let me know how you guys feel about this subject, and, How do you feel about Rick and Morgan having a reunion in the Rick show? Do you think it makes sense if they link up the timelines? How do you could you see it actually going well? Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think maybe no, maybe it won't happen at all? So anyway, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews to get more Walking Dead videos like this, and I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
I've heard stories, walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories.